Thank you so much for being here today. I'm excited because we are going to be going through 2 new Patrick Ta items. I have the new blush, which is the shade She's Blushing. It's very pretty, more of a like brownie red. And then I have one of the new plumping glosses, and this is in the shade Superficial. So I'm really excited to try these. I'm wearing them right now, and if you want to see thoughts, application, opinion, etc., stay tuned. But before we go to the video, please remember to subscribe, comment down below, like this video. You know the drill, just press all of the happy buttons on the page, and let's get into trying these 2 new Patrick Ta products. Here are the 2 new products. So I got the blush in the new shade, which is She's Blushing, and I actually like this shade the most out of all of them, so I didn't even know that this was the brand new one, but I'm happy I picked it. And I have the Plumping Lip Gloss as well. The blush duo retails for $34, and the lip gloss retails for $24. And the reason I've never tried Patrick Ta before, even though I have very much wanted to, was because of the price. It is more of a luxury, higher price brand. However, I feel like for a cream and a powder blush, $34 isn't that bad because you're getting 2 products. Still more than a drugstore item, but you are getting those 2 products. $24 for the gloss, however, is pretty pricey, but I'm excited to try it, and nonetheless, I got my first 2 Patrick Ta products that I am excited to use. And the shade of the gloss I got is Superficial. Alright, so let's do the blush first, because I am definitely in need of some blush on my face. The packaging is beautiful. It's like a rose gold chrome moment. A lot of different brands have been going towards this packaging lately, like the shiny metallic packaging, which I think is really pretty. Very similar to the LYS blushes. So this is just like a little bit lighter pink, and this is a little bit darker pink. It comes in a cardboard component inside, very similar to the NARS blushes or the NARS products if you've ever used those. And then you open it up and the product is inside. Not really a big deal or anything, but mine did come dirty, which is interesting to note. Not as satisfying as having it completely clean, but let me just rub it off on my shirt. And super pretty packaging for sure. It's like a mirror. Actually, yeah, you can like pretty much exactly see your full, I don't know if you can see that. I'm gonna try to, yeah, you can see your full face. It's very reflective. Dun da da da. So this is the new shade. You get a mirror up top, and then you get the cream blush, and you get the powder blush. And this also comes with a little flippy thing here to protect the cream blush from the powder. And you get 0.21 ounces of the cream and 0.14 ounces of the powder. And what's interesting about these blushes is actually you're supposed to put on the powder first and then put the cream on, which I think is very interesting. It's usually the other way around. So what I'm going to do, I think, is do one side with the powder first and then the cream, and then do the other with the cream first and then the powder, just to see if they're different, how they react, and if you can do it either way. It says on the packaging, wear them alone or layer for maximum impact. So we'll see them both alone, one on one side and one on the other, and then we'll do the layering on both sides. So for the cream side, let me get a stippling brush. And I actually just cleaned all of my brushes, so this is clean, no product on it whatsoever. And let me just go into the top shade up here, which is the cream shade, dunk in, and just go in on the face. Let's see. Let me get some more on the brush. I don't think I got enough there. Definitely got enough the second time around, that's for sure. Blends out very effortlessly, and it is not overpowering in the least. So you're not gonna have to worry about getting a huge splotch of blush on your face. It's very mellow, and you can really just build it up to what you want it to be pigmentation wise. This is a 3rd layer, and I'd say this is just above what I like typically as far as pigmentation goes. But yeah, that's definitely pretty. Definitely is a blush, adds a blushing color to the face. That's pretty. It's a nice subtle flush right now, I would say. Maybe a little bit more than a subtle flush. I mean, I usually wear a lot of blush. So let's go into the powder side. So I flipped the protector down on the cream, and let's just go into this. And it looks like the powder has a little bit of shimmer. The cream is matte, and it adds a little bit of dew just because it is a cream, but there is no sparkle or glitter in it at all. This one, the powder, definitely looks like it has glitter in it, but let's go ahead and see. Now I did tap off the excess. I'm not sure if I had to or not, but I felt since we were going in for the first time, better safe than sorry. Okay, there we go. It's starting to build up more. And this is also a completely clean brush. I cleaned all my brushes right before this. There's this side. This is the powder, and this is about 3 coats as well. And you know, I'm actually really surprised. I thought these were going to be much more pigmented than they are. And not that that's a bad thing or anything. You can really build these up to be however pigmented you want. And obviously I just went on with 3 coats, so it is very pigmented, but I thought these were going to be like bam in your face, and they're really not. They're really more subtle, and you can build it up to what you want it to be. Here's the powder side. And I did note, I thought there's a little bit of a sheen in this blush. However, it's not picking up texture or anything. It looks very, very natural on the skin. It's not glittery. There's no chunks in it or anything. So I do think that there is a sheen to it, but I think that's more of like a natural skin-like finish. It's not matte, but it's not going to give you crazy texture or anything. I do think they're very similar in color. I mean, obviously it's a duo, so they're going to match, but in the pan, they don't so much look the same color, but on the face, I think they look really similar. Like, especially when I look head on, they look like the same color. But now, let's go on this side with the powder, and then on this side with the cream. So we're going to try it both ways, but let's go in with some more powder and just dust it on. It's not grabbing or anything. It's not patchy. It's not having a problem with the powder going on top of the cream. So that's nice. I mean, I wouldn't expect it to, because that's how they say to use it. And then on this side, let me flip into the cream and just go over that powder side with the cream. Honestly, I think both sides look the exact same. I just want to make sure it's blended into the skin adequately and I don't have any harsh lines or anything. Okay, so I think it's definitely pretty. As I was saying before though, it's not as pigmented as I thought it would be, and again, not necessarily in a bad way, just something to note. I thought it would be extremely pigmented off the bat, and it's not. That can sometimes be better though, just because you can really build up that intensity and the pigmentation you're looking for. But yeah, I think it looks nice. It's not as pinky red as I was also expecting it to be. I mean, I was picking out a shade online, so it's obviously hard to do that and know what it's going to look like on your skin tone, but obviously it's going to look different on everyone's skin tone. So I am not going to do any setting spray. I'm not going to do any highlighter because I really want to just let this blush naturally show through, and we will do some close-ups so we can really see the texture and do some check-ins later on. But let's go on to the lip gloss. So this is the Patrick Ta Plumping Gloss, and it says major volume, so let's see if it burns the lips or anything. But this is the shade Superficial, and again, it comes in that nice rose gold packaging, and here's what it looks like. This packaging also reminds me a lot of the Maybelline lifter glosses. I mean, it's basically the same component, but instead of this shiny material, the lifter gloss is just matte. So very interesting to note. I wanted to get more of a nude color, so let me go ahead. I'm going to do a little bit on my lower lip just to see what it looks like, and then I'm going to put on lip liner. Let's just go in and see. Ooh, that's kind of goopy. I don't know if you just saw that. So let's go in on the lower lip. Okay, the doe foot is nice. It's one of those ones that has a little bit of a dent in the center, and there definitely is a scent. You know, I put on too much, so we're just gonna go on the whole lip. And scent-wise, kind of smells like licorice and a Yankee Candle. It's nice, it smells good. And the blush did not have a scent, but this does. I don't mind my lip products having a scent, especially like this. It's not overpowering. A little bit of like a cinnamony licorice situation. But here's what it looks like on the lips. It's not sticky, but it is thick. Like, it's definitely thicker than the Maybelline glosses. I would say it's closer in texture and thickness to the Fenty Gloss Bombs. I did one dunk and that was definitely too much. I mean, I don't know how I could have really gotten any off. I'm just gonna go like this because I definitely got it outside of the lines. It's not really tingling or anything, but I do feel like there's a slight like menthol or peppermint something on my lips, and it's just giving it a little bit of a cooling effect. It's not burning though, and it's super, super subtle. I mean, I just put it on, but it's super subtle. This is what it looks like. I definitely feel the plumping, but I don't think that my lips look really any bigger at all. Let me see if I can put a lip liner on top of this. All right, just put on a very natural lip liner. This is the LA Girl Perfect Precision Liner in Blushing, and it's really just like your lips but better. I didn't want to go anything crazy with the color just because we are testing the gloss, not the lip liner, and I would normally wear a lip liner under my gloss anyways, so I don't think it's like cheating or anything. I am feeling that like menthol-y plumping effect. I will have to look back at the footage because I don't think my lips look any more plump than they did before, but it actually is kind of a pleasant feeling on the lips. It's like a fresh, minty feeling. But so far so good. There's no question these are very, very nice high-end bougie products. Again, I'm not going to do setting spray or highlight, so you can really keep the finish and the longevity true to what it is. Usually I would go on with those two things. That's all I have to say about these products for now, and I will see you in a few hours. Okay, it's been about an hour since I finished up my makeup and I put on the Patrick Ta products, and blush is holding up very well. It looks the exact same as it did before. The lips are a little bit less glossy and definitely more goopy, like they've definitely settled in and the gloss has kind of dispersed a little bit. I still do feel that tingling sensation, like the menthol-y mint on my lips, so that's interesting. And it's definitely not as looked like white before, like it was giving like a frost on my lips, and it's not so much doing that anymore. I think it actually looks better now than it did originally. I went a little crazy with the eyes, so I definitely needed a more nude lip, but let's put on more. Oh, okay. Don't go like this, because I'll show you. It is pretty goopy, so definitely open it and be careful. And I am going to rub some off on the tube, just because last time it was way too much. So it is a little bit messy. Let's put some on. I really do like the smell. It reminds me of a Yankee candle though. Not in a bad way. I mean, there's nothing bad about Yankee candles. Not that I think it really does anything plumping wise. I think they pretty much look the exact same size as before. I do wish the color was a little bit more red and a little bit more pink than like a burnt orange. I mean, that's not anything on Patrick Ta at all. That's on the color that I picked, but I'm just noting that. And it doesn't seem to have dissipated at all. Like, it's still very pigmented. They're at Sephora, they're higher end. However, you're getting both the cream and the powder blush for $34, so I don't think that's that bad. The gloss though, I am not sold on. It's fine. I just don't think it's worth $24. Like, I'd, again, rather get my Maybelline Lifter Gloss that really does the same thing, except there's no like menthol minty type thing that's plumping your lips, but I don't actually see any difference with the size of my lips. So again, I'd rather just go with this. These are like 10, 11 bucks from the drugstore, and the packaging is like pretty much the same. You do get substantially more product in the Patrick Ta one though, so obviously you can see this packaging, there's a lot of that like glass around it, and the Patrick Ta one not so much. They just look like similar components, but the Maybelline you get 0.18 fluid ounces, and then the Patrick Ta you get 0.3 fluid ounces. So there is a substantial size difference in the amount of product you get. Even though this is cheaper, you get a lot more in here. Those are my thoughts, my opinions, and my feelings on these two new Patrick Ta items. Again, these are the first Patrick Ta items I've ever tried, so I was very excited to try them, and I'm not disappointed or anything. I just don't know if I love the gloss. It's a good gloss, but I don't really like to spend that much money on glosses. I feel like you can get really good ones from the drugstore that aren't $24, but it is a nice gloss. Like, it looks nice, it feels nice, it smells nice. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just, I don't know that I would pay the price for it or recommend paying the price for it. I do like the blush a lot more. I think I wish I got a different color, but again, that's not a knock on Patrick Ta at all. That's just me picking out a color that I don't so much love, but the formula, the packaging, the experience, everything about it, I really, really do love. I just wish I got a different shade, and I might pick up another shade because this is a really nice product. The blush duo is $34, and you get those two products, as I was saying, so I do think that the blush duos are much better priced. I mean, you're getting two products, so to me, that is a much better price, a much better deal. I don't know so much a deal, but to me, it's better. But in any case, those are my thoughts and my opinions on the new Patrick Ta products. Thank you so much for watching. Before you leave, please subscribe, comment down below, like this video. You know the drill, just press all of the happy buttons on the page, and I'll see you in the next video.